going on, everyone? Great news. Rui Hachimura is officially going to be making his Lakers debut against the San Antonio Spurs, and I cannot be more excited. I cannot wait. Also, just quick little side note, Anthony Davis is also going to be making his return against the San Antonio Spurs as well. Now, I did do a full video diving into Anthony Davis. I wanted to kind of dedicate a video to Rui and then also Anthony Davis because I think both are very important. Both are very significant and both are in very different ways, right? So check out the Anthony Davis video after this video. I'll even link it down in the description below. But diving into Rui Hachimura, one excellent pickup. The Lakers got an absolute gem, in my opinion, in this. He's a 6'8", 230-pound, sizable wing, 7-foot wingspan, like just do everything. He's super strong. He's really good at getting to his spots. He doesn't get pushed off. He's really good at just bodying people and just getting people off of their spots. Operates in the mid-range. He is just lethal in that mid-range. His pro comparison was Kawhi Leonard, right? And so it makes sense that, he's a guy that operates in the mid-range. And that opens up so much for this Lakers team. Having a guy that can operate in the mid-range, he's a three-level scorer, right? He can shoot the three ball. He is struggling a little bit this year, but his role has changed, right? Like he went from, in 2019 and 2020, basically starting every game he played in. And then in 2021, 2022, he went from like starting every game he went in to playing as a backup for a good chunk of the season. And then this season, he's been a backup pretty much the entire season. So his role, just because they had so many guys at his position, his minutes were rather limited, right? And so now coming to the Lakers, I really do think he's going to have a much bigger role. He's going to serve much more significance. And I do think his production is just going to go up because he's going from, the Washington Wizards, who haven't been a great team. And although the Lakers haven't been a great team, a lot of that has to do with, just the injuries and just the personnel and stuff like that. But we have Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook and Rui Hachimura have a relationship. Like, the Lakers are basically the Los Angeles Wizards at this point. Like, half of our team all came from Washington. So he has this built-in inherent chemistry with multiple guys on this team. I think that that's really going to help. He's a guy that can come in and play the 3, can play the 4. The Lakers do want to try him at the 3 on multiple occasions, and I do think he's capable of it. This season from three-point range, he's shooting around 34% from 3, but he's shooting like 40, 41% and catch and shoots, which he's probably going to get a lot of. Again, operate in the mid-range. He had a season, the season prior to this season, he shot just under 45% from 3. Now, I'm not saying that I think he's going to be shooting 45% with the Lakers. I would absolutely love it, as I'm sure all of you would as well. But can he get to 36%, 37%? I mean, he has a career 35.6%, so he's just under 36% for his career. So can he get back to just that? Can he just get to his league average of 36, 37%? Because if he can, now he's somebody that teams cannot stay off of, right? Teams have to hone in on him, and he can knock down the 3 ball. He can give you the little pump fake, take a step in, operate in the mid-range. He's a career 13-point-a-game guy. He's put up 13 points per game in every season except for one, and he's been a model of consistency. And I think that he's a guy that can come in and really do a lot. I don't think he's this major needle mover, but this was also a move not only for now, but for our future, right? Have a young 24, soon to be 25-year-old that has plenty of upside, plenty of growth. He hasn't even entered his prime yet. He's only going to improve. He's only going to get better. He's going to be playing with guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis and, guys that have a history in this league. And I really think that he's going to benefit and thrive from this team. I think the role he's going to play is going to be very carved out. I wouldn't even mind if the Lakers call his number on several occasions and run plays for him and allow him to kind of just go get his bucket. I highly recommend, seriously, whenever you get a chance. It could be after this video. If it could be after the Anthony Davis video, if you haven't seen it. I posted the highlights from the 30-point game that he had against the Orlando Magic. You should check out that video. I mean, he is a guy that you could definitely run plays for, that can just operate and just is so smooth in that mid-range. He's so good at bumping guys and creating that space. He's really strong, stands his ground, he's sturdy. All of those things are important, right? He's coming to a Lakers organization, culture, environment, all of those things are going to be huge, right? His heritage he's going to be able to be himself. He's going to be around familiarity. He's going to be in the diverse LA market, right? Like all of those things are huge, especially for a young player, right? He's going to feel as comfortable as possible. It's a place that he wanted to play and he's excited and thrilled for. He's a guy that works hard and plays hard. He does have, injury concerns, right? He hasn't been the most healthy guy ever, but role, playing time, there's tons of factors, right? The type of conditioning, just regimes, all of that stuff. And I do believe that the Lakers are going to put him in the best position to be successful. Darvin Ham, I think, is going to be a great coach for him. Darvin Ham is a real players coach. There are concerns about his defense, and he's not a bad defender. He's not a terrible defender. He has all the intangibles to be a great defender, right? He's got good size. He's got good length. He's got everything you would want from a defensive player. He's just got to put it together. But one thing that Darvin Ham has been really good at this year is getting guys to play and buy in defensively that are known for being good defenders. I mean, look at Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has been great. He's been one of our best defenders this season. He's been one of the best guard defenders in the league this year. And he's great at guarding big. He's great at guarding small. He's had some real bright spots and some real moments. And this is the guy that's never really been known for defense. He's having his best defensive season since he was in OKC. And even then, he's playing great, right? And so you got him to buy in. You got him to be a solid defender. Lonnie Walker, right? People love Lonnie Walker and his defense this year. He wasn't really known as a defender coming into this season, right? Coming to the Lakers, right? That was one of the concerns. It's he can't defend anybody. And yet here he is. He's defending. He's playing good. Now you got Rui Hachimura, who has the size, has the strength, has the athleticism, has the intangible. I think he'll be fine on the defensive end. And he's a guy that can score. He's a guy that can put the ball in the hoop, operate in the mid-range. The mid-range is so important, especially come the playoffs, right? Because when you're talking the playoffs, teams are trying to run guys off the three ball. They're trying to pack the paint. And if you could get before the defender and just pull up and boom, you got a nice little mid-range game. It just does so much. Again, you could run sets, run the pick and pop, all that stuff when you're going off of those screens. Russ and LeBron are really going to benefit from him. It's just, you're going to have so much, and he's going to be able to contribute in so many ways. I think he's going to have an impact this season and going forward. Again, I don't think he's a guy that is a huge needle mover, right? But this is a guy that I think realistically could be a 20-point per game guy in the near future. I wouldn't even be shocked if he's close to that this season. He's giving you 13 a game right now, and he's going to be playing next to Russ, LeBron, and AD, and he had his best season with Russell Westbrook. So I think he's going to thrive with Russ. Russ really helped him with his toughness, and I think that that's going to continue to help. Now, obviously, if they trade Russell Westbrook, then maybe something changes, but I still think even if they do, right, I still believe that he's going to thrive. I think he's going to be able to be that consistent third, fourth option, whatever. Right? He's a guy that can shoot the ball. He's got a nice looking shot. He's a guy that can make plays. He's a guy that can handle the ball. He's a guy that you can just dump the ball to and let him go to work. Let him go get a bucket. He's a very nice, solid, all-around guy. Young, athletic, everything you need. Right? And we traded him for Kendrick Nunn, who, to be fair, I think Kendrick Nunn is going to have a really good time in Washington. Because Washington really needs guards. They needed guards. But Monty Morris is basically their primary point guard at this point. And so to go from that to having Kendrick Nunn, I think Kendrick Nunn is going to thrive, and I think he's really going to help that Wizards team. And then the Lakers getting Rui Hachimura, I think is a huge win for us. Like both teams kind of got a player that they need, but I just think that this has the upside and potential and just could do so much that we really need. And I'm really excited to see how this shapes up with him. I think that they need to give him an opportunity. I don't doubt for a second that they're going to develop him. I mean, he's already working with Phil Handy. I posted a YouTube short yesterday showing him and his workout with Phil Handy. I mean, he's already going to work. He's known for being a hard worker. He's known for being a hustler, making the gritty plays. Being a staple. He comes from Gonzaga, so he has a good pedigree when it comes to the game of basketball and coaching and just environment and all that stuff, right? So, he's a guy that can win. He's a winner. He's going to be very solid for the Lakers. And I think that, whether he plays the 3, whether he plays the 4, whatever, position they have him in, I think you're really going to be able to use him to benefit. And we can just finally run larger sets, right? We don't have to have 4 or 5 guards out there. Now you could have, Dennis Schroeder, Walker, or Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, right? You got good size. So you could go, you could have LeBron play the point, have Reeves at the 2, you go Rui at the 3, Davis at the 4, Bryant at the 5, right? And go really big, right? I mean, the fact that you can even do that now is amazing. Amazing. I love this pickup. I really do. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to his future with the Lakers. And I think that he's going to be a fixture and a staple for the long haul. And that's not even mentioning how it's going to look with these 3. I'm excited to see that. I cannot wait. I do think LeBron James, at least at the time of recording this video, we do not know, but I do think LeBron James is going to be out of this game. I think, you had the monster game, the historic game that he had against the Clippers that unfortunately led to just old-fashioned back of the barn beating, right? So we got that out of the way, hopefully. Hopefully we got our one, kick in the behind out of the way. And now I think they'll probably rest LeBron. He'll get a nice little break before we go into this road trip. And I think we're going to get to see Anthony Davis. We're going to get to see Rui Hachimura. The 2 of them, I think, are going to be the spotlight, the focus. And it's going to allow Rui to kind of get his feet wet, get underneath him. And I just think as we go on throughout the season, he's going to get more and more comfortable. I think he's going to carve out more and more of a role. And I think that he's going to be a guy that could be a real factor. Again, he's not a move that you see and you go, oh, well, that's it. We're winning the championship. We're a contender now. I wouldn't say that, but I do think he's going to help. He has playoff experience in his games. He's actually put up really good numbers in the playoffs. So this is a guy that isn't afraid of the moment, that can come in and be just, again, a solid contributor, just a solid guy that can really just do a lot for this team. And I'm really looking forward to seeing these 3 guys on the court together. And whether Rui plays the 3, plays the 4, I do think they're going to try to get him at the 3 a lot. I really do, because I just think LeBron is best at the 4 at this point in his career. And I think that, having if Rui can knock down a respectable clip from 3, I think that really allows him to play the 3, right? So I think that will really help as well. But just in general, I'm really looking forward to this. And just to give you an idea of his playoff stats, so obviously only has 5 games played. This was the 2020-2021 season when Russ was there. And he had 5 playoff games in which he started all of them. He played 34, just under 35 minutes. He was 61% from the field. He shot just under 6. He made just under 6 field goals a game at 5.8 and had 9.4 attempts. And he was 60% from 3. So this is a guy, again, that has shown that when he comes to the playoffs, he actually takes his game up a notch. And he was averaging just under 15 a game. So he was great in this, again, small sample size, but still, usually, especially young guys, right? It's kind of hit or miss, and sometimes they disappear and all those things. So this was huge. That is huge that he was able to do that. And if we get into the playoffs, which I do think we will, it's nice to know that he's not afraid of the moment. I'm ready to go. I actually play better in the playoffs, right? And maybe we get playoff Rui, right? I'm all for that. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Are you excited about this? Are you not? What do you think he plays? Do you think you start him, bring him off the bench, play the 3, play the 4? Whatever your thoughts are, however you feel about it, I'd love to hear them. Let me know down in the comment section below.